what's going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you how to get more leads using Google Maps. If you're interested in getting more leads, watch this. All right, guys, so in this video, I'm going to show you 3 strategies that will help improve your ranking in Google Maps. These are strategies that I use. They're super simple. So if you're a beginner or you're intermediate, don't be intimidated by this lesson. I'm going to make it super easy for you, and it's actionable, meaning that you'll be able to do exactly what I'm doing by just watching this video. I'm just going to show you 3 things that you could do today to help you get ranked in the Google Maps. All right, guys, so for people that are new, this is the 3-pack listing. This is where you want to be when somebody does a search on Google. These are my clients. I got first place ranking for these clients and more, and this is how I did it. All right, guys, so in today's example, I'm going to use a locksmith as an example. So automotive locksmith near me is the keyword that I put into Google right here on top. And what we're trying to do is we're not trying to pay in these sections or in the Google guaranteed. What we're trying to do is come right here in the Google Maps. The reason why Google Maps is so popular and why people want to be in the Google Maps is because these days a lot of searches are done by cell phone. When you look at the listing on your cell phone, instead of website and directions, it's just going to say call, meaning that all you have to do is just tap to call. Imagine if you're locked out of your car and you need this service and you see a locksmith and it's just tap to call. So that's all you want to do is you want to be in this. It's the most clicked section for local services. You want to be in this section, which is called the Google 3-pack. All right. So here's what we're going to do is I already have this preloaded to save you guys some time. Is we're going to just see a locksmith. We're going to see like, how did that business get to the first place in maps for the keyword automotive locksmith near me, right? We just want to figure out like, how did they do it? So very simple. Right now, you don't need any tools or anything. You just need to sit down and just relax for a moment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click website, right? Easy enough. You just go and just click website. Now, what I want to do is I want to see the page that has something to do with automotive locksmith. Now I'm going to assume right here on the locksmith service, and here it is, automotive locksmith. All right, so I click automotive locksmith, and now what I want to do is I want to see how many words are on this page. Now, off the top of my head, I would say that there are probably close to 1,000 words on this page. And in the next slide, I'm going to show you how to check. Now, some people may be saying, well, why is that important? Nobody reads that. And you're right. You're right. Nobody reads that. This is for Google. Google needs to know what you do. Google assumes that if somebody's going to your page, which is about automotive locksmith, you have to provide the best answers to what somebody's looking for. So, for example, if you got a criminal case or a DUI case, you would want to read up for the services that lawyer provides. Well, it's important for a lawyer, it's important for a locksmith, it's important for a doctor to best explain what they do and how they do it on their page, right? So you want to answer all the questions that somebody may have when they come to your page. Whether they read the page or not, what this does for Google is it lets Google know that A, you're a locksmith in Naples, Florida, and these are the services that we provide. Right, guys? Okay, so that makes sense. Good. The next thing we're going to do is we're just going to come over to Google and we're going to type in site, semicolon, and then the domain name, which is A Locksmith. And the reason why we're doing that is we want to see how many pages does the person who's in first place, how many pages are on his website, right? So what this will do is this will break down every page that is on the client's website. And what you'll be able to do is you will be able to find some of the hidden pages that aren't necessarily on his site that you can't see. You'll be able to see everything. So there may be something here that you didn't think about. Now, there are programs that do this, but I am just trying to show you how to do it at no charge, and I'm trying to keep it as easy as possible, right? Now, if your web developer did a good job, like this site, all the description tags and the title tags, these are the title tags, will be different. And there won't be any Latin pages, meaning that when you open up the template and you work on a template, if you don't delete pages that come with the template, it'll just say lorem ipsum, which is Latin. And I can't tell you how many sites I work on that their past web developer didn't delete those pages, and that will hurt you in the search results. All right, but like I said, we're going to keep it very, very easy. So I found the page, automotive locksmith, and the next thing I want to do is I need to know how many words are on this page. So in the next slide, I'll show you how to do that. All right, guys, so this is real easy, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to copy all the content. And in the absence of time, what I did was I did that. I copied all the content and I brought it over to this website called wordcounter.net. It's in the description below, so you don't have to worry about it. You could just click it in the description below. Now, I said 1,000 words and it came out to 943. There's 943 words in this page, on this page, right? So if you copied all the content on this page, it would come out to 943. Now, the thing that I like about this is it also lets you know the keyword density. So, for example, they're saying the word automotive 10 times. They're saying the word key 26 times. This is a free tool. This is a free tool. You see that? So when you're writing your article, you know how many times to say these words. I would first write an article probably 1,500 words. That's the first thing that I would do, is I would write an article that's 1,500 words. Now, some people may say, well, can I just copy this person's content and just change around some things? Well, I say no, right? So there's a duplicate content algorithm out there from Google, and they don't like that. There are some SEOs, if you're watching some other channels, who do use duplicate content and they're able to rank it. That's not just something I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just something that I don't do. So what we're going to do is we need to come up with a bunch of questions that people are looking for, and we need to write better content than this person. All right, guys, so if you hung around this long, you're really going to get rewarded. So there's a website that Google put out called questionhub.google.com. And the great thing about this website is you just click add questions, and I put in automotive locksmith, and there are 20 questions that Google is looking for to be answered. See that? Who's the cheapest locksmith? Well, naturally, if you're not in San Francisco, you could just put in your city for lost keys. Are there any automotive locks that a locksmith would find hard to open? These are the questions that you want to answer on your page. I am getting outrageous rankings just by providing great content. This is what Google wants. Google wants content that best answers the user's questions. Make sense? That's why Google's Google. All right, guys. So what I do is I just take all these questions, right? I just copy all these questions, right? Boom, 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 like that. Well, I wouldn't use this one, a Volvo. I need a cheap locksmith for these. All right, I'll lock my keys in the car, right? Okay, so I get all these questions, and I just go over to a website like this called iWriter. See that? Now, iWriter has a couple of packages, and I'll put the website in the description below. iWriter has a couple of packages. Please get the Elite Plus. It's $72 for 1,000 words. Don't mess around with Elite or Premium or Standard. I would definitely get this one, and you're still going to need to read it. So what you need to do is you need to copy maybe, 7 to 10 questions, send them over to iWriter, let them know the city that you're trying to rank in, meaning that if it's, Tampa, Florida, or it's San Francisco, California, and they will write geo-specific content for where you're trying to rank. So if you're trying to rank in Tampa, Florida, they'll write content about being a locksmith in Tampa, Florida, or wherever you're located, right? Makes sense? Now, there's a neat new tool out there that everybody is talking about. It's called conversion.ai. I hope this is the website. Yeah. So what this does is it scours the web and it writes the content for you. I think it's like $99 a month. Oh, it went up. Okay. So the starter plan is just $29 a month. Well, if you notice, iWriter is $72 just for one article. So whether you use the $29 plan or the $109 plan, all you do is feed these questions into iWriter. It'll write all the content for you. I do suggest you read it though, because every once in a while they throw a joker in the deck. They'll write something that doesn't make any sense. But I use it. Almost everybody that I know doing these SEO videos is using conversion.ai. And I should have an affiliate link, right? I got to start doing that. Guys, if you're serious about getting your website in the Google 3-pack, whether you're an agency or you're just starting out or you're doing the SEO on your website yourself, you're a realtor, you're a lawyer, whatever your business, a plumber, whatever your business is, I suggest that you get this tool called Bright Local. I really couldn't do SEO without it. The reason why is it lets me know what citations and links my competition has. Now, I don't want to get too deep into that because it's really for another lesson. And maybe I'll just do a lesson one day just on Bright Local on how to set that up and how to use that if that's of any interest. But you want to use the tool Bright Local because you'll be able to find out what citations you need, and you could buy them right through Bright Local. It's super, super easy. Some people may be saying, well, what's a citation? What does that mean? Well, if you've ever heard of Yelp, right? Or if you've ever heard of, even Facebook, right? So those are social profiles and directories. Now, a citation is your name, address, and phone number. So when your name, address, and phone number is mentioned in Yelp or on your Facebook page, that counts as a citation. And what Google does is they scour the web and they say, okay, Mindsaw is located at 1010 Main Street. Okay, well, let me check. Let's go around the web and let's check just to make sure that that's your address. And sure enough, they look around and, it says it 300 times that on Yelp, your Yelp page, your Facebook page, your YP Yellow, your Yellow pages, your Brown Book, all these different directories and social, that the address is exactly the same. So Google could confirm that Mindsaw is located at 1010 Main Street. Actually, we're located at 900 South Avenue. Okay. So what you want to do is you definitely want to get Bright Local, and you can see your citations. And then it lets you know what errors you have. Like, I know my citation here on Facebook is correct, but they were unable to get it. But that happens sometimes, right? But these are all the citations, and if I'm missing some citations, I could put in my competition and see what citations my competition has, and I could order the citations, right? Okay, so I would suggest that there's a free 7-day, if you just go to Bright Local, there's a free 7-day, trial period. And then there's many videos on how to use Bright Local. If you're really serious about getting in the Google 3-pack, I would suggest that you get this tool. Now, see, this is what I mean right here, competitor citations. So these are all the citations that Bright Local is suggesting that I get. So for example, GitHub, the citation authority is a 96 out of 100. Medium, it's 96 out of 100. So I could just click these and then I could just order them right through Bright Local. Right? I could just order all of these. Like I said, I don't want to do a lesson on Bright Local. I'm just telling you that you need it. So get your content straight on your website. Make sure you're answering all the questions. Send your content over. If it's just one page, send it over to iWriter. Give them the questions that they have to answer through questionhub.google.com. Send it over to iWriter. They'll write all the questions. Make sure you read everything. If you're going to be doing multiple pages, well, then naturally you want to get a tool like Conversion AI, where you give it all the questions and they'll answer everything. And the last tool that you need is I would get Bright Local, right? So I'm going to put all these tools in the description below. I really hope that this lesson helped. I'm trying to make my lessons easier each time. I'm trying to make them super, super easy so anybody could do this. I want as many people who are interested. There's nothing worse than watching a video and not understanding what the person's saying. It's very, very frustrating. So I'm just trying to make them as easy as possible without losing any, just because it's easy doesn't mean that it's not going to work, right? Guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I hope that it helped you. If it did, please give me a thumbs up and definitely like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, put them in the question box below. So this way I can answer them, and maybe people in our community that have the same questions can see the answer, so they don't have to answer the same question a bunch of times. Once again, just be really good to your family. Make sure you kiss your wife, kiss your kids. Clean up around the house. Do 51% in your relationship. That's the thing that's really important. Is do more than expected. Those are the things that are really, really important, and rank in the Google 3-pack, right? Because we want leads. That's what it's all about. It's all about getting new, fresh leads and growing our business, because we could do it. We could definitely do it. Let's we're doing it together. You're watching the videos, you're making some improvements, and I'm only too happy to be part of that and be able to help you. So guys, until next time, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday. Thank you.